Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Now we're going to check out the structure skill number 3, be careful of appositives. And appositives, well, we have to know that an appositive may have a complicated name, right? Like what the hell is an appositive? But it's a very basic structure. Basically, what it is extra information. So when we have a subject or any type of sentence, we can say more information about someone or something, right? In this case, an appositive is basically a structure that expresses more information about a subject. So we can look at this example right here. It says Sally, the best student in class, got an A. So we have the basic sentence, which is Sally got an A, right? That's my original sentence. And the best student in class, which is in parentheses, is an appositive, right? It's the extra information referring to Sally. Now, up to here, there's no problem, but it can be confusing because we can mistake the noun in the appositive for the subject when it really isn't. So we have to distinguish which is my subject, Sally, and which is my appositive, the best student in class, which is not a subject of the verb got. So let's look at another example. Let's look at this example right here. It says George is attending the lecture, but notice the commas, right? So if we have something in between commas, we know that it is not a subject. We could say, well, George is attending the lecture. That's my sentence. We have a verb, which is attending, but we don't know who is attending because George is in a positive describing the person, right? So we need a subject. In this case, right now is not a subject. Happily is not a subject. Because of the time is not a subject. Only my friend is a subject, which is actually the best answer or the correct answer, right? So we're going to look at one more example, which is another variation of the appositive. Right now, we've been seeing subject, appositive verb, but it is also possible to have a positive, then the subject, then the verb, okay? So let's look at this third example over here. So this example says Sarah rarely misses her basketball shot. So misses is my verb. There's no comma here, right? So we can say confidently that Sarah is my subject, and there's a comma here. So what is probably going to be here is going to be the appositive. So we need just a little bit of extra information about Sarah. An excellent basketball player could be, there's a noun, player, and it's just describing the player, an excellent basketball. An excellent basketball player is, ooh, we have a verb here. We don't need a verb because we have misses, so that's incorrect. Sarah is an excellent basketball player is also not necessary because we have a verb and we already have a verb, misses. And her excellent basketball play. Could be. I mean, play could be a noun here, like obra de teatro, like a theater play, but that wouldn't describe Sarah. It's not the same thing as Sarah, right? So that's not correct. And the best option is an excellent basketball player, sorry, and we are referring to Sarah, right? So yes, answer A is the best answer, okay? So let's look at a little diagram just so we can get this basic structure clear in our heads. There are two possible alternatives to appositives, okay? So it says an appositive is a noun that comes before or after another noun and is generally set off from the noun with commas. If a word is an appositive, it is not the subject, right? This is the basic idea. And these are the types of appositives we can have. First, we can have the subject, Tom, and then the appositive, a really good mechanic, right? In between two commas is fixing the car, then my verb structure. Or we could have the appositive first, right? The same sentence, a really good mechanic. So first start with the appositive, one comma, Tom is fixing the car, okay? So Next, we're going to do the exercise. I'm going to leave the exercise on the screen for a moment so you can pause the video and you can do it, then we will check it. So in this case, you're going to detect the appositives because all of these sentences contain appositives. Underline the subjects once, as usual, and the verbs twice. Circle the appositive phrase, right? Then indicate if the sentence is correct or incorrect. Let's look at number one. The son of the previous owner, the new owner, is undertaking some fairly broad changes in management policy. So my verb is undertaking. The son of the new owner is my appositive phrase, right? So this one's going to be in a circle because we have here a little comma. And who or what is undertaking some fairly broad changes in management policy? The new owner. So that's my subject. And yes, it is correct. Now, number two says, last semester, comma, a friend, comma, graduated cum laude from the university. Cum laude is with honors or when you get very good grades. Graduated is my verb, and a friend could be a subject, but since it's between commas, it is my appositive, right? It's not my subject, so I need a subject that's similar to a friend. Last semester is not the same as a friend, so that's just an adverb, right? A complement. So it is incorrect, okay? So now you're gonna do number 3 to 10, and when you finish, we will check them, okay? So let's see. Yes, they all fit on the screen. I'm going to leave the screen on right now. Pause the video, please, and we will check it in a moment. Okay, so let's check these. Number 3 says Valentine's Day, February 14th, is a special holiday for sweethearts. Is my verb. We have the appositive here between commas, February 14, and it's the same as Valentine's Day, which is my subject. So it is correct. Number 3 is correct. Yes. Okay, now number 4 says, at long last, the chief executive officer has decided to step down. Has decided to step down is my verb structure. The chief executive officer is my appositive phrase, but at long last is not the same as the chief executive officer, so it is incorrect because just like number 2, I am missing a subject. Yes, it could be Mr. Smith has decided to step down, but we need a subject, right? Number 5 says tonight's supper, leftovers from last night, did not taste any better tonight than last night. So we have here did not taste, which is my verb, in parentheses or between commas, leftovers from last night. So this is my appositive. And tonight's supper is the same as leftovers from last night. So that's my subject. And it is correct. No problem there, right? Okay, number 6 now. The only entrance to the closet, the door was kept locked at all times. Was kept locked is my verb structure. The only entrance to the closet has a comma before it, so this is my appositive. And the door is the subject. The door was kept locked at all times. So number 6 is correct. Yes. Now, number 7 says, in the cold of winter, a wall heating unit would not turn on. Would not turn on is my verb structure. A wall heating unit is between commas, so that's my appositive. And then in the cold of winter is not the same as a wall heating unit, so we need a subject. This one is incorrect, just like number 2 and number 4, right? Number 2 also needed a subject. Now let's check number 8. The new tile pattern, yellow flowers on a white background, really brightens up the room. So brightens up is the verb. Yellow flowers on a white background is my appositive. And the new tile pattern is the same as yellow flowers on a white background, right? It's the design. So it is correct. Now let's check number 9. The high-powered computer, the most powerful machine of its type, was finally readied for use. So was readied for use is my verb structure. And here we have a mistake because we do have two nouns, machine and computer, but I want to say that this was the intention to put as the appositive, right? Because it has a comma right here. The most powerful machine of its type, and it's actually describing the high-powered computer, which is the subject, but it's incorrect because it's missing a comma, right? Very important to have that comma there. So if you put this one as correct, it's missing a comma and it would be incorrect. Yes, just for a simple comma, right? And let's check the last one, number 10. A longtime friend and confidant, the psychologist was often invited over for Sunday dinner. Was often invited over is the verb structure. A longtime friend and confident is the appositive because it's before the comma, and a longtime friend and confident is the same as the person or the profession or the psychologist in this case. So it would be correct. He was often or she was often invited over for Sunday dinner. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, so if you have any questions on any of these, please leave it in the comments. Thank you for staying till the end of the video, and I will see you next class to check out skill number 3 from the reading section of the TOEFL preparation course, okay? So have a good day. Bye.